Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Program. Fashion is a kind of language that tells a story about the person who wears the clothes. It is a form of self-expression, but most importantly, it is you being comfortable with yourself and transmitting that confidence into a personal style. Today we have with us a young and talented fashion designer, Lalhmingmawii Chawngthu. She has her own brand, Lalhmingmawii. She was a chemistry honours student and pursued her fashion designing course at Shubham Institute. She's had some of her gowns being worn at Feminist India 2019, Miss Northeast 2019 and Miss Meghalaya 2019. Let's go hear what she has to say. Lalhmingmawii Chawngthu, also known as Mingmawii, is a fashion designer based in Shillong. She completed her schooling from Holy Child Higher Secondary School, her 11th-12th from St. Anthony's Higher Secondary School, and graduated from St. Mary's College with chemistry honours. She completed a diploma course on fashion from Shubham Charitable Institute run by the Marwari Women Welfare Group for the upliftment of women and their specialization in different fields of interest. Her biggest inspirations were her mother, who is a seamstress, and her teacher Ms. Baya Hunladia, who guided her and helped her discover herself. With not much financial help to start with, she used her mother's old sewing machine and began making dresses for her friends and herself. It wasn't perfect at first, but they were always very patient with her. The future didn't seem to be very promising at the beginning, but her determination to make it and to become independent thrilled her, and she stuck by it. Okay, Maui, can you tell us about the time when you actually decided that fashion designing was going to become your profession?
So you see, my mom was a seamstress. So what happened was I would sit beside her, see her work, watch her do all the work, the dressmaking. So what happened was I would spend hours and hours with her. So that was a moment when I know that, okay, fashion is something that I am really interested at, and I could really understand and cope up with it, with everything that she was doing.
How old were you when you started off professionally?
So I was 24 years old. During that time, I would usually take orders from my friend, as in it was not paid. I made them for free.
So how many years has it been?
So I started the real thing last year, I think 2008 by December. That was my first show. So since then I've been working professionally.
Okay, so you've started your own brand, Hummingmawii, Hummingmawii. What do you hope to portray with your designs? I mean, what is your vision for your brand?
Actually, I want women to stand tall. I want them to feel strong and confident. So that's what I wanted to portray out of my outfits that I have created for them. So as it is, I'm specialized in this blazers and suits. So that's what I wanted to portray.
Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning. Tell us about the very first garment you ever made, and how old were you when you made this?
So I was 7 years old when I tried to make, and it was such a flop show. But it's so worthwhile. So I made a shirt out of old cushion cover, and it was extra long. The sleeves were extra long, and then the collar was like extra stiff. So I couldn't wear it. Actually, wearing a shirt, having a shirt was so trend during those times. I couldn't ask for a new pair of it, a new shirt. So I tried to make for myself, and it came out that way. But you know, it's like the first time I made, so somehow I am still proud of it.
off and still a lot to learn and grow, Lalhmingmawii had her very first fashion show in November 2018 at the Plush Fashion Show, where she displayed 4 collections: suits, evening wear, kids wear and men's shirts. Soon, her evening gowns were being worn for beauty pageants. She's had an evening gown worn at the Feminist India in 2019, a pageant gown worn at the Miss Meghalaya 2019 which won the title, and a Garo fusion attire at Miss Northeast 2019.
Okay, so let's talk about inspiration. Who or what inspired you the most?
My first inspiration is from my mom, as I said, because I've seen her work so many times. So that's what I got from my inspiration, first of all. And later on, as I said, I went to study in Shubham charitable organization. So there I saw my teacher. She was totally into me and she did support me. So she was the one to push me forward, to follow my dreams, to be passionate about it, and then here I am today.
So, I mean, you were a chemistry honors student. It's quite a change from like that stream, and then now you're a fashion designer. Was your family supportive with your decision? Were your friends supportive with what you?
At first, my family were very disappointed with the decisions that I made, because they always wanted me to go for medical. That was their dream for me. But later on, when I found out that I will not be good as a doctor, but I will be able to do so much better in fashion. So I decided to take that path. And then I did not get much support from my family as well. But later on, when my mom saw me struggling so much, she later helped me out in that. She bought me a sewing machine and a pair of scissors where I could, expand my talent, my gift. So that was the time when they actually supported me. And then as for my classmates and everyone, they were really shocked. Till today, they would just inbox me saying that, oh my God, from chemistry, you are now in fashion industry. How could that even possible? So I think my friends are a little bit shocked to see me, changing my stream into something which is not even close to chemistry.
She also won the Best Gown Award at the Miss MSU 2019. This year, 2020, she was requested to make PPE suits for a doctor in May, when the medical workers in Meghalaya were just beginning to gear up for the virus. She eventually got orders for dozens more and was able to employ 7 other tailors nearby, giving them some source of income when everything else was forced to close. But to her, the greatest achievement will always be the moment she decided the path towards following her own dreams.
So starting off on your own and starting a new business, I'm pretty sure you faced a lot of challenges. Can you tell us more about what you had to go through to get to where you are today?
All right. So whenever we have to start anything, we need cash. So cash was a thing that I didn't have at all. My sister, she gave me 10,000. So that was the only cash that I had with me to start off with my business. So with that cash, I bought some fabrics. It was just handful. So but then I utilized that, and a part of that I didn't have much. So what I did was I went to a thrift store and I picked those blazers, yes, those oversized blazers, and what I did was I ripped them off, everything, and then I joined them again to my size. So that's how I learned.
So you had just mentioned about Shubham Institute. Can you tell us about how did you get into the institute, and how did it help you?
So, as I was preparing for my medical entrance, a friend saw a newspaper about the advertisement going around. So she came to me because she knows that I'm interested, I'm really interested at it. So she came to me and she told me that, hey, there's this free coaching going around, so let's just go and find it out what it really is. So we went to the venue, to the institute, and we found out that it was free of cost. So since I don't have to spend any money on that, we applied for it, and then we got a seat. So that's how I enrolled myself in that institute. And the institute is run by a group of Marwari women organization. So the head is Madam
Pushpa
Bajaj. Yeah. So she's the main cause of the institute is to help women to empower their ability and help them get self-employed. So that was the main issue. That was the main
experience.
Yeah, so that was the main purpose of the institute, to uplift women. So that's how I got my diploma. That's where I got my diploma in fashion designing.
I'm really curious. I mean, I want to know how it works. How do you bring your designs to life? I mean, what is the process?
So first of all, I spend a lot of time in designing, creating. That's the most important part of a designer. So what do I do is I'll just sit inside my room alone, and whatever things that I see as an inspiration, I'll take that and I'll create a mood board. And after creating them, I'll take each element from that mood board, and then I'll start depicting what is in that mood board.
What is the mood board?
So mood board is basically a collection of some elements that you find really interesting. And the thing is that you pick each of them. Suppose if you find a piece of paper and you're really, it's really eye-catching, you put that forward in a board, and then you see something again. So you'll collect that and put that, and then so finally you get a good collection of different varieties of your interest. So that's how we create. So when I am about to work on a piece, or when I'm about to work on a suit, I wanted to put each element on that suit so that it will stand out with the person who is wearing the suit, or my collection, my work.
Do you think you can show us how it's done, like, a little bit of your work?
Sure.
Thank you. So what are you doing right now?
So right now I'm patching up these laces, embellishments on the dress, the bodies, so that he'll give a perfect look.
So how does this help? I mean, like, if you have, all models are not the same size, right? So how do you change the size when this is one particular size?
So what we do is, I've got different size, but right now I've got this 8 size, which is standard size for models actually. But if we're making a dress bigger than this, using the same mannequin, then we'll have to put a pad over the bust area and the waist area as well as the hip area.
Okay. So do you only design clothes for women, or is it for men as well?
I do for kids, and I am really excited, thrilled to continue with men also, but right now I'm focusing on ladies and kids.
Okay. So where are you based?
Is it?
Where's your shop, or where do you work from?
All right. So actually I'm working from home, and I'll be getting a space soon, so I'm really excited about it. I've already booked a place.
So are you alone, or do you have help that help you with everything?
Yes, I do have a helper, and I usually do the pattern, and they do the sewing. And most of the cases, when it comes to this gown and couture, then I help them out.
Can you tell us about the first time you showcased your designs?
2018 November, I had my first show. So it was called Plush. That was my first show, and I am planning to have more of it, more shows in future.
You've had, some of your gowns being worn at some pretty big Northeast events and pageants. Can you name a few where we might have seen your designs?
By God's grace, my gown has been traveling, it has been to Miss India stage, Femina Miss India in the year 2019, and then 2019 Miss Meghalaya and Miss Northeast as well. So done.
So at the beginning of the year, I believe you were asked to make some PPE suits.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell us some more about how that happened and?
So again, it was from a friend's friend. So she gave me a call and she told me that a doctor needs a PPE. So they really want it. So I thought that it'll be some way that I could help those people. And then I met them up, and then they described what they need exactly to the point, and so I start making for them. That's how I.
just saw your amazing fashion show. I love my outfit. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
So, what would you consider your greatest achievement so far?
Okay, the greatest achievement and will always be the day that I chose my path, the day that I realized that fashion is important to me and I am going to do really great about it.
So what about future plans? I mean, do you see yourself like setting up in Shillong, or do you plan on expanding to other places as well?
First of all, I'll start up here at Shillong only. I'll open my studio, and then later on, I am planning to spread out in online. But the base will be here at Shillong only, and I am planning to employ as many women as possible, so that it'll be a team, so that we can work as a team for uplifting women.
Okay, Maui. So we just, we've just heard your interesting journey, and then we've seen your beautiful designs. It's really inspiring. Could you share a few words of encouragement or advice for the youth that are watching, who have their own passions and dreams that they wish to follow someday as well?
First of all, I would like to thank Naisha and your team for giving me the platform. Actually, it's a really, I'm really humbled, and it's a good platform for me to give a message for the young who are also struggling like me. So, first of all, I would like to tell all the youths to have dreams, to know your gift, what God has given to you. Manifest that gift so that you can spread it out. If you're not good at something, there's always a way out, and you should realize the gift in you. And there's the saying, if you're good at frying chicken, you should go fry chicken, People are making millions of dollars frying chicken. So don't hold back. Don't hold back your dreams. It's going to lead you somewhere higher than you expect. Also, don't forget to reach out for someone who is also struggling like you. Always remember to pull them up.
Ready? Okay, Maui, on behalf of Doordarshan, we'd like to thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story with us. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. And with that, we have come to the end of this episode of the Youth Program. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.